Hello my beautiful hammerhead and welcome back to another faction reaction, and this time we get dirty. It is time for the grandfather Nurgle. So let's dive in. We have the children of decay. So we have, of course, as always, the battle traits blessed by the Plague Father. Battle traits, as always, every Maggotkin of Nurgle army can use the following abilities. Once per turn at the end of any turn, it's a special ability blessed by the Plague Father. The effect is pick one of the following effects. We have 3 of them. The first one is pick an enemy unit that is in combat with a friendly Maggotkin of Nurgle unit to be the target. That target has the diseased keyword. Okay, the diseased keyword is down there, but we will get to that in a moment. The next one is spread. Pick a diseased enemy. Oh, okay. To be the target. Each other enemy unit within the target's combat range has the diseased keyword. Okay. And the last one is mutate. If all enemy units on the battlefield have the diseased keyword, inflict 1 mortal damage on each of them. That sounds like it's really hard to do that. Okay, let's see. The passive is Desperate Remedies. The effect: if a diseased enemy unit uses an ability that would heal or return slain models to it, instead of healing or returning slain models to it, that unit no longer has the diseased keyword. So it's basically Disciples of Tzeentch burning, but in Plague. Okay, then we have once per turn at the end of any turn. The effect is roll a d3 for each diseased enemy unit. On a 2+, inflict an amount of mortal damage on that unit equal to the roll. Okay, wrecked with disease is nice. In combination with blessed by the Plague Father, it is vicious. That sounds like it's made against elite armies, like Slaves to Darkness. Poor choice probably because it's also chaos, but let's just say Stormcast Eternals, an elite Sylvaneth Kurnothi army, and so on. This sounds like still really hard to make mutate that every enemy unit on the battlefield has diseased. But yeah, okay, let's move on. Battle formations. We have the Taliban of Nurgle with disease and pestilence personified. It's a passive aggressive ability. The effect is from the second battle round onwards, add 1 to the amount of mortal damage inflicted, if any, by the wrecked with diseased ability. 3 to 4 mortal damage. Oh, okay, then other rancid formations include bloated enemies of Nurglite mortals that explode on death, showering enemies with putrid viscera, and legions of droning rotfly cavalry which buzz freely down from the skies. They're rounded out by a menagerie of horrid horticulturists which plant feculent gnarlmores to usher Nurgle's garden into reality. I like the last one with the gnarlmores. Also, what a great word. Horrid horticulturists. Amazing. Okay, Arcana and Incantations. We have the Law of Malignance. In your hero phase, of course, it's a defensive ability cast on a 7, Fleshy Abundance. Declare, pick a friendly Maggotkin of Nurgle wizard to cast this spell. Pick a friendly Maggotkin of Nurgle unit wholly within 12 inches of them to be the target, then make the casting roll. The effect is, if the target unit is damaged, heal d3 to the target. If the target is not damaged, subtract 1 from wound rolls for attacks that target that unit until the start of your next turn. Keywords spell and unlimited. Okay, I need a clarification here. Fleshy Abundance causes eruptions of cankerous flesh to grow from its targets, knitting deep wounds together and healing d3 damage from a friendly unit, or creating festering masses of fat that subtract 1. Okay, it doesn't say if a model is missing but everyone is on full health. Do you get the -1 to wound rolls from attacks? Because we had other spells and / abilities that said up to that point but if the enemy unit has already lost models. So I don't know if this is... I don't know, maybe. Okay, from my understanding right now, if a model is missing from the unit, but everyone is on full health, you still get the subtract 1 from wound rolls. But okay, let's move on. The Great Unclean One, of course. Health 20, move 6, save 4, control 5. The Noxious Bile ranged weapon has shoot in combat. The Colossal Blight weapons can be battle damaged, so we have... while this unit has 10 or more damage points, as always, the attack's characteristic of its Colossal Blight weapons is 3. So we go down from 4 to 3, which is really nice. And the Host of Nurglings is, of course, a companion weapon and has the crit auto wound. Then we have 3 abilities here. The first one is once per turn in your movement phase. It's a rally ability. It's the Locus of Nurgle. Pick a friendly Maggotkin of Nurgle demon unit that started the battle with 3 or more models and that has been destroyed to be the target. We know that one. Roll a dice. On a 4+, set up a replacement unit with half the number of models from the target unit, rounding up, wholly within 12 inches of this unit and more than 9 inches from all enemy units. Wait, what is the law behind that one? The Great Unclean One calls upon Grandfather Nurgle to tear a rift in reality through which loathsome, feuted demons can spill. Oh, I thought he would just open up his guts and the demons would come out. Okay, mine would do that, but I don't play Nurgle. I'm still a Tzeentchian. So, then we have once per turn, end of any turn, an aggressive ability, bloated with corruption. Declare, if this unit is damaged, pick up to 3 enemy units in combat with this unit to be the target. Up to 3. Okay, in my mind it was like pick up the models. Sorry. The effect is roll a d3 for each target on a 2+, inflict an amount of mortal damage on that target equal to the roll, keywords, rampage. We really need a short version for the d3 2+ mortal damage one. So if you have any idea on how we can shorten down this sentence, because it will appear again and again and again, it will help us all. Then we have the signature spell Plague Wind. Of course, in your hero phase on a 7, declare, pick a visible enemy unit within 12 inches of this unit to be the target, then make a casting roll. The effect is that target has the diseased keyword. Keyword spell. Okay, that makes mutate by far more easier if it's not just every enemy unit in combat range. The keywords are hero, monster, wizard 2, ward 5, then of course chaos, Maggotkin of Nurgle, and demon. So yeah, Plague Wind is nice. Then we have the Slobberdy Bile Piper, not to be confused with the Slobberdy Bile Typer. If you know that one, sorry. Health 5, move 4, save 5, control 2. The Marotta has no ability, but he has an ability once per turn in any combat phase, an aggressive ability. It's the Jolly Gut Pipes. Declare, pick a visible friendly Maggotkin of Nurgle demon unit, wholly within 12 inches of this unit to be the target. Roll a dice. On a 2+, pick one of the following effects to apply for the rest of the turn. We have, again, 3 of them. A stabbing, we will go. Add 1 to the wound rolls for the target's attacks. Okay. Early on evening, my pustule was seeping. Ward rolls cannot be made for damage points inflicted by the target's combat attacks. Ooh, that one is nice. And my love is like a ripe fart. Subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks made by enemy units that target the target unit. That sounds weird. Okay, I like those as with almost everything we had. I don't know with the Maggotkin of Nurgle how much has just come over from 3rd edition to this one here, because every other faction focus we already had was like, it's just clarification, it's a little bit better wording and a little bit of balancing here and there. Okay, keywords: hero, infantry, ward 5, and of course a demon. So then we have the Harbinger of Decay. We have health 7, move 8, save 3, control 2, the Grim Rod Sword or the Plague Scythe. Thank you for putting those two in just one profile, because rule of cool. It has crit and mortal. But the Demonic's Mount, Fly-Blown Bite, is of course a companion attack. Then we have once per battle in the enemy hero phase, Knell of Doom. Declare, pick up to 3 enemy units within 24 inches of this unit to be the targets. The effect is, until the start of your next turn, subtract 1 from the move characteristic of each target and subtract 1 from run rolls and charge rolls for each target. Oh, that stings. Okay, of course it's once per battle. Then we have in your hero phase, it's a chant on a 4, Omens of Decay. Declare, pick a visible enemy unit within 12 inches of this unit to be the target, then make a chanting roll of d6. The effect is, subtract twice the current battle round number from the target's control score for the rest of the turn. If the chanting roll was 10+, this ability affects all enemy units within 12 inches of this unit. Oh damn! Keywords prayer. So we have hero, priest 1, cavalry, ward 5, and Rodbringer keyword. Omens of Decay is nice. That one's awesome. So subtract twice the current battle round. So even if you can do it in round 1, you will just subtract 2 from your enemy. This one has to go first. Burn him from the battlefield with the cleansing fires of Tzeentch. Damn. Okay, we have the Puted Blight Knights next. Health 3, move 4, save 3, control 1. No ability for the weapons, but they have a passive ability. It's the Bloated Bulk. The effect is, add 3 to this unit's control score while each model in this unit is contesting an objective you control. So this is basically just the Liberator equivalent here, which is nice. Okay, Infantry Champion, Musician 1 and 5, Standard Bearer 1 and 5. The unit has a ward of 5, and they again have the Rodbringer keyword. Then we have Jimbo, word from the studio. Maggotkin of Nurgle units will try their hardest to spread the mirthful diseases of their grandfather to their enemies, who, if they are sensible, will try their hardest to avoid catching them. This results in some really interesting play where the Nurgle units create danger zones. Danger zones! I forgot who made that song, but that popped into my mind. Which their opponent will want to avoid like the plague. Yeah. While still trying to complete their objectives or risk an infection spreading like wildfire through their ranks. For example, Putrid Blight Knights are excellent objective holders as they are hard to shift. Yes, their Bloated Bulk ability improves the control score while they are contesting an objective the Maggotkin of Nurgle player controls. Getting close to units risks infection, but you can't capture the object unless you get close to the Putrid Blight Knights. Throw the Harbinger of Decay in, and enemy forces will find themselves in a losing battle if they don't act fast. This makes for a cycle of really interesting play and counterplay, which we're sure will make Grandfather Nurgle extremely happy. Speaking of cycle, the cycle is gone, or they haven't mentioned it yet. So wait, let's do it again live here. There isn't any talk of the cycle, because this is just the overview here. The Fear of Disease, Nurgle's power waxes and wanes, gripped, his might swells, once weakened, no. As far as I can see, the cycle is gone, which is fine. I don't know how much impact that will have, so I won't talk anything about that one. So let's go to Spearhead Spotlight. We have here, of course, the Bleak Host. By Spoilpox Scrivener, we have 10 Plague Bearers, we have the Putrid Blight Knights and 2 Rotflies here. Then we have the battle traits, the Infectious Host. Once one of your Pascal Blight Lords, oh yeah, that was the name, sorry, and one of your Plague Bearer units are not set up during the deployment phase. Instead, from the 3rd battle round onwards, they can use the following ability. Demonic Summoning in your movement phase, set up this unit anywhere on the battlefield more than 6 inches away from all enemy units, core 7, which is fine. So the Plague Bearers are 2 sets of 5. Then we have the passive special ability Diseased. Each time an attack made by a friendly model scores a critical hit, you receive 1 disease point to a maximum of 7. What is disease points? We have it right here. End of any turn, it's an aggressive ability. Nurgle's Embrace. The effect is spend any number of your disease points. For each disease point spent, pick an enemy unit that is in combat with any of your units and roll a dice. On a 4+, inflict 1 mortal damage on that unit. You can pick the same target unit more than once. So, just a second. The Spearhead forces are divided into smaller units of single Pascal Blight Lords, 2 sets of 5 Plague Bearers, and half of the Infectious Host can only arrive later in the fight, via Demonic Summoning. Luckily, Nurgle protects his followers while there are no units with the reinforcement keywords. That would be horrible. Every unit in this Avalanche of Flesh is protected by a ward of 5. Damn! With the Diseased ability and Nurgle's Embrace allowing you to build... Oh yeah, okay. We have the Plague Bearers with the Spearhead War Scroll, Health 2, Move 4, Save 6, Control 1. The Plague Swords have crit mortal damage. And they have a passive defensive ability, it's the Cloud of Flies. Subtract 1 from hit rolls for shooting attacks that target this unit. Infantry, ward of 5, of course. Oh damn. So my first thought was shoot them and don't engage in close combat, like for Caradon Overlords or the Disciples of Tzeentch, but damn! Okay, we're off to take a very, very long shower. Yeah, I understand. As our next faction focus goes from Gangrene to Gargants, we'll be surveying the biggest, boldest, most belligerent army of them all, the Sons of Behemat. I am so excited for the Sons of Behemat. Isn't it just the 3 baby Gargants? That's really, really funny for me. Okay, interesting. As I've said, I don't know much about Disciples of Tzeentch. I only glanced over them over the last years because for me they're just the enemy. And they say know your enemy. I know enough to defeat them, but I don't know every single detail of them. So sorry if I don't engage in a lot of talk with what happened before with them. So, but yeah, they seem interesting, but please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, please remember to do all the YouTube stuff, because hitting buttons is not only fun. Why? Because that way we can build a bigger community and talk more wargaming almost every day. And by that, I of course mean like and subscribe. And if you want, you can support me with the links in the description box down below. Otherwise, have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, bye, bye.